I'm having a bad day. It may seem that I'm always having a bad day, but that's because I only say something when I'm having a bad day. If I'm having a good day, I don't say anything about it. But you might be right, I might always be having a bad day. You wouldn't be too far off there. Anyway, let's keep going with this. Previous episode, Izumi tries to claim that we didn't travel back in time, and that this is all pranked by Okuhiko to make it seem like we traveled back in time. However, we know from other endings that Okuhiko was not instructed to make them believe they time traveled. In fact, he didn't even know about that. He was instructed to make them believe they had premonitions. In addition, we also know from the other endings that they actually went back in time. So either Izumi doesn't believe they actually went back in time, or Izumi wants to make Makoto not claim that he went back in time. So what Izumi is instructing Makoto to do is try to play like a reverse prank on Okuhiko, where he acts like he didn't think that he went back in time. Like he's like, yeah, it's April 1st. Yeah, I don't know who you are. I just arrived here. Yeah, I don't, Yuka's cooking's fine. Yeah, go ahead, Yuka. Anyway. Actually, he doesn't remember anything from the first 6 days. It's just like Okuhiko supposedly thinks that it's actually April 7th, but it's pretending to be April 1st. You go, yeah, I just showed up. Anyway. So, Izumi-san, that's brilliant. You're a genius. Aren't I? Scene title's Lost Goddess. Izumi-san laughs impishly. Alright, then let's wake everyone up immediately and begin mobilizing them. Paybacks. Okay, this is gonna crash and burn. Especially when he goes running around Viewpoint Park again asking people what the date is and they all say it's the first. Like, wait, how is everybody in on this? Yep. Title screens don't lie. Before Izumi's revenge. Before Okuhiko wakes up, I first awaken Yuka and Haruka. Next I call Kurumi and Saki. Everyone gathers at the meeting place at 9:15 a.m. But how did he call Saki? Saki's going to be really confused. Okuhiko is scheduled to wake up at 9:34 a.m., so we don't have a moment to waste. Once everyone is gathered, I lay out the details of my plan in simple terms. Sounds like fun. Sounds good, let's do it. Wait, maybe I'm confused on what the plan is. Okay. Now I'm really confused. I'll just slowly become unconfused. Everyone's in agreement, that's reassuring. But now that I think about it carefully, college is starting up again. It's fine, it's just college, let's skip it. Yuka says this ridiculous statement with a straight face. Now that I think about it, she did say, I don't want to go back to a normal life at one point, didn't she? I'm good too, I want to see Okuhiko-kun go through a painful experience of his own. Saki's all fired up about this. Well, Okuhiko did manage to ignite Saki's wrath due to his own actions. Haruka says nothing. I guess she's fine the other way. Alright, the others didn't seem to oppose Okuhiko's plan to deceive me. Huh? What about Kurumi? There's no way that Kurumi can skip school. Then you have to drop out of the plan. Kurumi complains, but then Izumi-san says, I'll tell you everything that happened when I get back. She agrees. Yeah, but Kurumi not being there is going to make it very hard to believe that you time traveled. Very well, commence the operation. There are now only 10 minutes left until Okuhiko wakes up. We rush to make the preparations. Fortunately, it seems Okuhiko has made his own preparations, as he's already set all the clocks and anything that shows the date in the lodge so that they read April 1st. But the TV, though. He's so methodical that he also changed his own watch so that it says the 1st. After checking everything in the loft, I snicker as I observe the sleeping Okuhiko, who's making such an idiotic face. Oh yeah, the other students are trying to make it seem like it's... So they're laying low, okay. I feel no pity for him. Oh, okay. Crap. Just then I remembered something important. The TV. What should we do about the TV? When Yuka is cooking, we were watching shows on the TV. What? Why were you watching it? What else are we supposed to do? Anyway, the shows will be different, so it'll be clear that it's not the first from the TV. It's not a problem. I recorded it. Huh? Everyone looks at Haruka in puzzlement. Yeah, because it was Okuhiko's plan, and she was participating in Okuhiko's plan. Well, normally you wouldn't think to record local broadcasting shows. I recorded a healthy utopia, and then I accidentally left it running. I don't really get it, but it seems that, well, that was plot convenient. Seems that by convenience, we just so happened to have a recording. Afterwards, everyone goes to where they're supposed to be. Izumi-san and Kurumi go to Luna Beach. As soon as the seafood pizza is done, Kurumi will deliver it here. Saki is on standby at her summer house. Haruka and I are in the living room together. When Izumi-san leaves for the lodge, she throws me a gentle smile. Good luck. Her encouraging look seems to tell me this. Hey. 9:34 a.m., right on schedule. Okuhiko wakes up at the same time he did on the 1st. Of course, that's only natural. He himself is trying to deceive me, after all. Huh? I'm not interrupting something, am I? He asks this to Haruka as he ignores my presence. Of course, she doesn't answer. There's no way it's something like that, ha ha ha. While laughing, he glares at me again. His eyes are filled with scorn. The scene unfolding before my eyes is the same as that day. It's a true strange sight, so you repeat exactly the same thing you said that day as well. He loudly yawns as he slowly walks towards the sofa before sitting down. He remembers to keep 50 centimeters between him and Haruka. It's something he remembers quite well. I'm honestly impressed. Okuhiko is really serious in going all out to try to make this trick work on me. You can call him a despicable Edmund for that, but it must be difficult to repeat the exact same actions. I must commend him. Yeah, you're just about to do the same thing. If I didn't know any better, I would have honestly felt like I had time traveled. Maybe because you did. Nevertheless, all of us, including myself included, are putting on a true-to-life performance here. Who knew we had so much acting talent? Perhaps we should join the drama club or even consider acting as a career. Hey, Okuhiko. I turn towards Okuhiko and say the same thing I did back then. Yeah? Just what exactly are we trying to achieve in this so-called summer camp here? Oh, what's wrong, Okuhiko? Ishihara, didn't you ask me that before? Okuhiko was probably expecting me to ask what's today's date. But instead I asked the same question I did on the 1st. In addition, I'm not agitated or perturbed at all. I'm acting as if nothing ever happened. As a result, Okuhiko is surprised. What are you talking about, Okuhiko? Feigning ignorance, I unleash my counterattack. Hey, Ishihara, what's today's date? Okuhiko is clearly uneasy. It's April 1st, isn't it? Did you forget that already? I answer calmly. Right, calmly. That's right, Okuhiko begins to break out into a cold sweat. His face is twitching a bit. Hey, it's only the first day of the camp, so what's wrong? Hang in there, Okuhiko. I'm also putting on a stellar performance, if I may say so myself. Okuhiko's face has gone pale. Serves you right. Good morning. Yuka has awoken. It's probably at the same time as the 1st. Good morning. Hey. Okuhiko and I return her greetings. Haruka, needless to say, doesn't reply at all. Okuhiko's voice sounds slightly devoid of energy, obviously. Have you had breakfast yet? No, not yet. I see. Well, then I guess I'll make some myself. What? Do you have any complaints? He's also doing a great job. Thanks to that, things are happening the same way they were last time. Huh, happening the same way? Hold on, at this rate, the same events will unfold again, meaning I'll have to suffer Yuka's cooking again. Yep. Yep, you will. I think it'll probably take about 15 minutes. Toast's okay, right? And then I hold it. Hit load instead of save. Okay, now... Correct. I'm gonna avoid saying it. Barely avoid saying this. I frantically swallowed the words that almost came bursting out of my mouth. That was close. Haruka and Okuhiko are calm. It's only natural. They're sacrificed their breakfasts if it means letting the same history play out. But I'll be forced to eat that crap again. Just remembering that food made my stomach churn. While waiting for Yuka to finish cooking, we watch a healthy utopia on the TV. Needless to say, this isn't the episode that's airing now. The images projected from the cathode ray tube right now are from Haruka's recording. Okuhiko is so surprised that this episode is playing that it seems his brain is frying. At last, with the trump card, Okuhiko finally seems to believe that today is the first. Sorry to keep you waiting. Before long, Yuka's done cooking. I've already set the food on the table, let's eat. No one even tries to stand up in spite of those words. Of course, we all know the result of her cooking. What's wrong, guys? Aren't you hungry? That's right, we're starving. Come on, let's go eat. I urge everyone so cheerfully in an attempt to cheer myself up, even if only slightly. And break your act in the process. Well then, go ahead and eat up. Indian, let's just say that Yuka's food drove me to hell and back. Ugh. I feel sick. I can feel my chest and throat filling up with nausea. I have once again become a victim of that sad excuse for food. I sink down deep into the sofa and stare at the living room ceiling as I swear that I'll never let Yuka cook ever again. I swear this 42 times. That's kind of a meme. Like last time, Yuka is happily humming while washing the dishes. Haruka is also brushing her teeth, just like last time, but this time Okuhiko isn't helping Yuka. He seems to be in deep thought. The pose he's in resembles Rodin's The Thinker. Just then the doorbell rings from the front door. Is she here? I think this... Kurumi is going to deliver the pizza. Thank you for your continued patronage. Here's a seafood pizza you ordered. Kurumi's also doing a good job at acting. If anyone saw her now, they think that Kurumi in front of her eyes is the Kurumi from the first. Then this is the Asakura house? After informing her that no one here ordered a pizza, a surprised look appears on Kurumi's face. Now, there isn't anyone here named Asakura. This is the part where Okuhiko shouts, "Huh? He's not going to do it?" I stop talking and sneak a glance at Okuhiko. Kurumi also tries peeking into the lodge. It seems that Okuhiko is still in deep thought. He's walked up behind me, but he's probably worried. If he doesn't take the pizza, then he'll stay hungry. But if he does take the pizza, then he'll have to face Saki's wrath later. To Okuhiko, this might be a forked road. This is bad. My mind races. If Okuhiko doesn't take the pizza, then Saki will have lost her reason to go to Luna Beach. If that happens, the various things will need to happen afterwards for history to correct its course. If possible, I'd rather avoid any deviations. Hey. Haruka must have finished brushing her teeth as she comes over. She tugs at Okuhiko's clothes. Hey, Okuhiko, I'm hungry. Oh, thank you for all your trouble. Huh? Okay. I'm Okuhiko Asakura. For some reason, Okuhiko looks like he's about to cry. The rest of us feel relieved. Hey, shouldn't we go now? As he writes, Okuhiko flicks his long bangs away from his face. Go where, Okuhiko-kun? Yuka-chan, didn't we make a promise on the night of the March 31st that we'd all go play tennis the next day? You didn't say yesterday, but March 31st, like a time traveler. That's because to Okuhiko, he probably doesn't feel like March 31st was yesterday. Well, that's the same for all of us. However, I glare at Yuka. Yuka, don't forget what you're supposed to say. Oh, right, that's right. How careless of me. Hang in there, Yuka-chan. For once, I agree with Okuhiko. Yuka looks at me as to say, sorry. Unfortunately, Okuhiko doesn't seem suspicious. Well then, everyone, please get ready. And so we arrive at the tennis court. Alright, then let's play. Yuka has rented 4 rackets from the court's manager and forced them into our hands. It's almost blinding how much joy her eyes are radiating. Just then, I'll pass. She places the racket she had just received gently against the bench. What? Let Haruka-chan shall we go to the ocean? That moment, Okuhiko invites Haruka. Let's go, you want to go to the ocean, right? Well, if this is the same history, then Haruka should be anxious to go to the ocean. I know where you want to go, Haruka-chan. Do you know why? No way. Is Okuhiko trying to turn the situation against us? This isn't good. I have no clue how we're going to be able to keep deceiving him at this rate. It's because... Huh? What's wrong? I want to go fishing. What? Okuhiko is petrified. That was wonderful, Haruka. You're the best. Why? Because fishing is more fun. But Haruka-chan, you've never fished before, right? Why do you know that? No, because I know everything you're thinking. Then try to guess what I'm thinking now. Sure, okay. What you're thinking right now is Okuhiko-kun can see through everything about me. Amazing, right? Wrong. Huh? What I was thinking right now is I absolutely don't want Okuhiko to follow me. That's what it was. Serves you right, Okuhiko. He's so motionless and dumbstruck that it takes all of my willpower to keep myself from bursting into laughter. Then we'll be right here. Yuka acts like she's consented and shrugs. Let's see, this is where now let's think about it, I'm supposed to stay here and play tennis with Yuka. The question comes up again, was this required to get this ending? Or does it just adapt? It's probably for the best if I do so and act in accordance with history. Well, see you later. Okuhiko quickly recovers as the heir of the world-famous Ida financial group. It's to be expected. He's got strong, staunch nerves. Well then, let's go, Haruka-chan. Haruka has already left and is walking far away from us. Wait, Haruka-chan. Okuhiko frantically starts to chase after her. I'll teach you how to fish! Yuka and I have a light tennis match, and after we finish, we decide to talk about what we're going to do next. This is around the time we went searching for the tennis balls, right? Yeah, that's right, but we don't have time for that. We need to talk about what we're going to do after we meet with Haruka and Okuhiko soon. And then you challenge me to a rematch. However, Yuka keeps the talk strictly on tennis. Why even listen to others? Look. Oh, do you even listen to others? We don't have time for this now. Oh, and then we made our bet. I'd have preferred if she didn't remember that. Oh, you remember the most trivial of things. That's trivial? What's trivial? You're just saying that because you lost that match, remember? Yeah. Then as promised, I'll do whatever you say, so spit it out. What's with this irresponsible tone of yours? I'll really make you do the craziest thing I can think of. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's see. Some sort of pass-out drunk thing. Yuka is seriously thinking hard. Double. Now I have a really bad feeling about this. Huh? Suddenly Yuka looks at my face. Is it just me or is her eyes somewhat blurred? Makoto? Yes? I swallowed up by the atmosphere. Yuka seems to have the slight blush on her face. If I were to say, kiss me, what would you do? The music is silent. Background music, dash dash. What? I don't remember this timeline. Hold on. How do things come to this? Yuka? My voice has been turned inside out. What does that look like? I don't know why, but I'm thinking that this is a joke. No, I want to believe she'll tell me that. And yet there's no way I'd say that. She laughs as she said it, but that's merely what I'd hoped she'd say, not what she's actually doing. After all, there's Izumi-san. I already have someone who told me they love me. But Yuka's eyes are serious. Huh? Is she serious? Way to say, well, it's the bet, so. I'm taken, but there's a bet. I feel like I could cry. Makoto? It seems she's serious. Why is Yuka doing this now? Now I really want to cry. My heart is beating very fast. Yuka's lips. Yuka's small lips. Yuka's soft, trembling lips. Izumi-san's face and Yuka's face overlap. This is fun. We'll do this. I gradually flank out. Before long, my shadow becomes one with Yuka's shadow. Did I do it? I don't remember what happened after that. Before I know it, I'd met up with Haruka and Okuhiko. For some reason, I was lying sprawled on the banks of Moon Beach. Did I start sleepwalking when I wasn't paying attention? No, I was probably just distracted with something else. Another strange thing happened too. Yuka's completely back to normal. She's acting as if what happened earlier never occurred. That's when you actually time traveled! Okay, I gotta know what the other one is. I have Izumi-san. I pinched my hands into fists and barely managed to squeeze my voice out. Sorry, I can't. His face is sad. It's not like I hate you or anything. Look, it's just, well, I don't think we have that kind of relationship. Talking frantically as if I'm desperately making an excuse to justify myself. Yes, that's probably it. My heart's... I see. Yuka mutters this regretfully. Sorry, but that's my final word on it. I apologize once more. Well then, what shall I have you do? Yuka returns to her normal self as if nothing ever happened. Now, on the contrary, it kind of feels like she's forcing herself. It's very painful being with Yuka right now. Then let's do this. What? Yuka presents me with this order. You must try my cooking one more time. Okay, let's go this route then. After that, they arrive at Luna Beach. Kurumi, Izumi-san, and Saki show up one by one. They're all putting on a remarkable spectacle, reenacting their exchanges from last time. The shop has a lot of rice this time. It's like rice this time, but I go to buy some to keep up the act. Izumi-san's paella is even better than last time, and I almost faint again. So far, everything's been going well. Okuhiko seems to completely be under the impression that today is April 1st, to the point where he no longer shows any signs of doubting it. If he's doubting it even the slightest, then this wouldn't even be half as fun. Even I begin to think this way. And while all of this goes on, then let's sneak in and check out the heated pool, reenacting the past. Everyone ends up heading to Tsukiya Hotel as a result of my comments. On the way there, I secretly approach Izumi-san and whisper in her ear. Izumi-san, you'll have to fall again. It's fine, don't worry about it. But I feel bad for you. If you don't want to, you can change history. We can change history. We can't. If we don't do these things properly, then won't Okuhiko-kun just get suspicious? Besides, there's also the fact that we need to think about the actions we'll have to take at times we make mistakes or mess up. Even if we don't know how long we'll continue to be deceived, there's no way he won't get suspicious. What are you doing, you two? Are you discussing something you didn't want me to hear? There's no way it's like that. I've been saved by his naivety. Reluctantly, we end our conversation. I wish we could make an excuse so we could leave and continue it elsewhere. I become extremely lonely. As long as we're in front of Okuhiko, Izumi-san and I can't even have a normal conversation. It goes without saying that having any sort of intimate exchange is forbidden. We have to keep pretending that it's the past until the bitter end. Izumi-san, I want to be with her. I want to talk about many different things. I want to ask her more things that I don't know. I finally realize how much I'm hating all the precious time I lose with her, but the show must go on. Always, until this is finally over. I begin to regret starting this mock play of ours. I was really pumped at the beginning, but that no longer matters. To me, it doesn't mean as much as the endless, ever-expanding... Okay. But there's no way I can stop now. Everyone else is eager and giving it all they've got, so if I stop now, they might think of me as a man who's leaving things unfinished. I don't really care what the others think. It's just that I don't want Izumi-san to misunderstand. Alright, this is just another Cura experiment. Izumi-san is a fully grown woman. She could definitely hate such a man. I just don't want Izumi-san to hate me. Until the end, I have no choice but to be patient. But it's very unlikely that I'll be able to keep my feelings bottled up inside me that long. So I'll wait for a time when Izumi-san and I are away from Okuhiko. Then I'll tell her how I feel about her. Okay, whatever. Okuhiko weren't here. While my heart pounds with anticipation, I try to hide my restlessness. We arrive at the pool as I'm thinking about this. We all continue to act out the same things we did in the past. Even the deceived Okuhiko does the same things he did then. It's like re-watching a scene in a movie. It's rather surreal. It's getting hard to tell who's deceiving who now. And then Izumi-san and Kurumi play together, and Izumi-san falls into the pool. To put it accurately, she throws herself into the pool. Her wet, transparent clothes, her pale skin. It seems like Izumi-san is very conscious of my stare. My heart is beating much faster than it was back then. That night, after Okuhiko goes to sleep, we all meet at Luna Beach so that Okuhiko doesn't find out about our plan. Of course, it's our strategy meeting for tomorrow. Hey, what day is tomorrow again? Well, let's see, tomorrow is April 2nd, so that's when we go to the pool. See, didn't we make that promise today to go back to the pool? Yes, that's right, everyone goes to the pool tomorrow. This is a strange conversation no matter how you look at it. If strangers saw us, they'd probably think that we were some sort of bogus religious cult conducting a ceremony to predict the future. But that's fine. We can see tomorrow. We're time travelers, from a certain point of view. We're going to the pool tomorrow, and then Yuka will get drunk. She'll demand to eat fresh toro. Then we'll head off to go fishing. And then, huh? Hey, isn't tomorrow when... Saki looks taken aback. It seems she's realized it too. Wait a minute, tomorrow is when I almost drown, isn't it? Ah. Do I have to fall into the ocean again? No, there's no way. After all, I might actually die this time around. Oh, this is the problem. The waves have to be big too. Like, it has to be realistic. Don't worry, Saki, it's alright. Izumi-san will definitely save you again. Yuka, you never almost drowned before. So you don't have the right to talk. I do, I almost drowned. That's not true. I couldn't swim when I was in elementary school. Yuka, just don't talk until I say so. If you're saying all of this, then why don't you try nearly drowning? What? Yuka hysterically shouts at Saki. We're gonna drown Yuka now instead. Man, she's a loud screamer. She must be quite the neighborhood nuisance in the middle of the night. Well, I don't know if she does this often, so I can't say for certain. There. Then how about it's like this, tomorrow's not April 2nd, it's April 3rd. What? Her eyes widen at Kurumi's incomprehensible statement. Hey Kurumi-chan, do you know what April 2nd comes after April 1st, right? Kurumi, do I have to send you back to kindergarten? Izumi-san looks seriously worried. Geez, that's not what Kurumi's saying, guys. What she wants to say is, I understand you're saying we decide to just skip April 2nd. Right, impressive, Furuka-san, you understand. Pretend it's the 3rd. Kurumi snaps her fingers, excited that someone gets her. However, Furuka is as stoic as ever. Oh, I see. I get it, good thinking, Kurumi-chan. In other words, this is what we'll do. We'll have Oken forget this April 2nd. I see. When Okuhiko wakes up in the morning, he'll find that the date has jumped to the 3rd day of the camp. He'll wonder where his memories of the 2nd day went, something like that. He's the kind of guy who'll think that he drank too much, blacked out, and then he regained consciousness it was morning. That'll be the story. Then tomorrow will be April 3rd. Everyone good with that? We all nod in unison. But does everyone understand the plan for the third? Yes, in the morning Makoto and I will go fishing. Right, then Kurumi and I will play tennis. Wait, Kurumi-chan's going back, so how will I play tennis? Okuhiko-kun and I played together that day as well, right? Yeah, she's right. Yeah, but won't we have an odd number of people? We won't be able to play doubles like we did last time. Well, we'll just have to change history at that point. After that, at the terrace, Okuhiko will rudely approach me. I'll run to the terrace once I hear him, then he'll hit me. At that time, Saki will hear our conversation. Are you okay with acting violent against Saki? What do you mean, acting violently? Don't worry, leave that area to me. If it's Saki, then I feel that she'll be able to just act as she did before with no issues. Haruka-chan, I'll have to say those bad things to you again, I'm sorry. It's fine, I'm used to it, so... It seems those two made peace with each other when I wasn't looking. Then it should be alright if I arrive at the lodge a little before 7 and make dinner. After that, you'll all go to the test of courage and the hot springs. Right, that covers the general outline. Well then, this concludes the strategy meeting. Everyone, since Kurumi won't be there tomorrow, good luck with your parts. As they rise from their seats, everyone returns Kurumi's smile. But I want to talk with the Zumi-san a little more. I still haven't told her how I feel. Zumi-san, The truth is I want to talk to you. Geez, you can just talk to Oni-chan tomorrow, right? More importantly, talk with Kurumi. She doesn't have to leave until tomorrow morning, okay, Oni-chan? No, I instinctively mumble. The only one I want to talk to right now is Izumi. You can't, Kurumi. It's past 11. You have to wake up early tomorrow, so go to sleep. Boo. Izumi-san. Very sorry, I'm going to sleep too, so can I wait until tomorrow? No, this is troublesome. I don't know if I'll get a chance to talk to her or not tomorrow. I want to tell her. Okay. That's true. There's no way for me to counter the assault of the 4 girls. I don't want to risk angering them, as they say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. As long as they're talking, I have no chance of succeeding. I return to the lodge discouraged, those words futilely echoing in my mind. Recorded. I still haven't confessed to his... Okay, whatever. The clear morning light shines in. I sit in my bed and check the date on my watch. The 3rd. That's right, today's April 3rd. Actually, it's April 8th, but to us today must be April 3rd. In order to keep up the act to deceive Okuhiko, we have to act as we did on that day. I enter the living room. Yuka's there. Good morning. Makoto, good morning. I check the old VCR's digital display. The date there says April 3rd. When we go back to the lodge yesterday, we changed all the dates on the lodge so that they read April 3rd. Of course, we didn't forget about Okuhiko's watch. As I take my breakfast, I survey the whole room to check everything over again. Everything's okay, we haven't overlooked anything. We need to be careful to make sure that Okuhiko doesn't watch TV or talk to any of the locals. Well, judging from what I saw of his state yesterday, there's probably no need to worry. Unless he somehow managed to figure everything out, he should move just as predicted. Rather, I think that Okuhiko will take the same actions he did in the past to reproduce history as accurately as possible so that something unexpected doesn't occur. Sometimes even if I don't know which one is doing the deceiving anymore. But all's well. Today's plan should go off without a hitch. Before long I hear Okuhiko's footsteps and voice. Promise? What promise? I'm going fishing today. Haruka comes rushing into the living room with Okuhiko hot on her heels. Haruka-chan, what do you mean by this? Isn't today the day we go to the pool? What are you saying, Okuhiko? We went to the pool yesterday, right? Huh? Okuhiko-kun, are you alright? You were acting strange the day before yesterday as well. But today's... What? Okuhiko is taken aback when he looks at his watch, his face contorted with shock. Then today's April 3rd? Today we're scheduled to play tennis. Yuka answers shamelessly. But our future has now been entrusted to Okuhiko, and everything depends on his responses. That's right, what am I saying? Right, today's the day we play tennis and have the test of courage, isn't it? Test of courage, Haruka, is this true? I don't know about it. What's wrong, Okuhiko? Well, indeed, I wonder why I thought that. For some reason, I felt like we were having a test of courage today. I wonder if your premonition powers are contagious, Ishihara. He's desperately trying to play dumb. But he messed up. This is obviously an error on his part. Now that I think about it, where's Kurumi-chan? I don't see her anywhere. He finally noticed. Kurumi went home yesterday. She hadn't finished her spring break homework yet. Haruka instinctively backs up Yuka. But, really? Yeah, that's right. Did you forget, Okuhiko-kun? This is bad. He probably thought it was already strange enough that he had no memory, but we should have told him this yesterday. Okuhiko is clearly starting to get suspicious. Could it be that you're all deceiving me? Have we been found out? Now, there's no way it's like that. He really is a naive guy. But you said you were going fishing, Haruka-chan. We're scheduled to play tennis today. Huh? Tennis? Haruka, you can't just say, I'll pass today. That would be going against the group leader's orders. Haruka looks at me with a troubled expression. It feels like I'm watching a recording of that incident from the real third. That's right, Haruka-chan. Let's play over playing tennis. Fishing is just for old geezers anyway. I made a promise. Everything after that happens the same way as last time. Okuhiko is even more resilient in his efforts to keep us from going than before. But before long, Saki appears with a basket and practically drags him away to go play tennis with her. Then Haruka and I leave to go fishing as planned. Sounds good. Fishing is just for old geezers anyway. I don't want to do that. Fishing? That's nothing. I'm impressed, Saki-san. You knew I liked tennis? Okuhiko, spiteful as always, can only think of saying the same lines he used to use last time. I wolfishly grin. He's not as smooth as he thinks he is. Is that the best he's got? By the time we finish fishing, half a day has already passed. Sky has dyed a beautiful mad red. I didn't catch anything. Doesn't seem like it. Whoa. She spoke so suddenly that it surprised me. She probably just didn't mean anything bad by it, though. Last time I caught nothing. On the other hand, Haruka got a bite almost every time she cast and caught quite a lot of big catches. Of course, she let all of them go after reeling them in. Anyway, just why is there such a big difference between us? Do I just suck that much? Or does Haruka have excellent senses? I can't help but groan. Just then, hey Makoto? Haruka suddenly calls out to me. However, her eyes remain fixed at the tip of the pole. Yeah? There's something I want to ask you. Me? Haruka nods. What? For some reason, Haruka goes silent after she says that. The only sound I hear is the crashing of the waves against the pier. Several silent seconds later, Haruka finally speaks in a soft voice. The same thing. What? Correct. It has nothing to do with it. They're gonna go through all of them. They're just gonna... That's very creepy, by the way. We're just gonna wrap through. This is gonna be... okay, yeah, I get where this is going. Perform the self-preservation technique. Like, Like, how to get the good ending is you don't kiss all of them. The situation is steadily heading in a direction I don't want it to go at all. Why is this happening? Anyway, I need to tell Izumi-san my feelings as quickly as possible. I fortify my newfound determination. At that moment, I hear Okuhiko's voice. I see, it's that time already. Why'd you go fishing with Ishihara? What do you see in that? Makoto was kind to me. Same line. Same line. I appeared before the two of them. According to my memories, I wasn't supposed to appear for a little while longer, but whatever. My timing won't really affect anything, probably. Hey Shihara, aren't you here a little too early? What are you talking about, Okuhiko? I ignore Okuhiko's question and slowly approach him. Hey Shihara, what's wrong? Calm down. We can talk this out, right? Okuhiko is panicking. Did I really look that scary? Probably. All of my frustrations and resentment towards Okuhiko have been accumulated so much that they're on the verge of exploding right now. Listen, Okuhiko, if you're going to call me a vulgar, then take this. Thought I might, I lunged my fist towards Okuhiko's face. Ah. My fist stopped short inches away from Okuhiko's nose. Okuhiko's eyes go blank as he collapses, exchanging a passionate kiss with the floor. Phew. I lower my arm as I breathe a sigh of relief. Sorry, Okuhiko. Well, I didn't actually hit him, so I guess that's something he should be grateful for. Why? Huh? Why'd you do that? Your actions weren't the same as last time. Haruka looks at me with a sharp, accusing glare. Because I was mad. When I thought about how he's responsible for all my frustrations, I couldn't take it any longer. And he had the nerve to call me a vulgar Edmund for a second time. I don't understand. Humans aren't always logical. It's because we sometimes act on our emotions that makes us alive. Emotions? And then punch people. Haruka, you should also try living your life by being more honest to yourself. But that's enough. I'm not in the mood to answer anything else right now. That's not it. Isn't it bad if you make Okuhiko faint right here? Huh? Now that she mentioned it, Saki's supposed to come any minute now. When I look down at my feet, I see Okuhiko shows no signs of waking up. Did I mess it up? When I look up, Saki enters my field of vision. Saki is a little bit away from the lodge, holding rackets and her basket, and looks at me with a criticizing glare. Okuhiko comes to around 10 minutes later. However, to Okuhiko, it probably won't be a pleasant awakening. As for why, what happened to me? He shakes his head a few times and slowly stands up as he blinks his eyes. It's possible that his memories of the moments before he fainted might be fuzzy. Okuhiko then sees Saki standing in front of him, her eyes burning with repulsion. Saki-chan, he drops to the floor again, unable to stand up due to his fear. I heard you. Huh? Heard what? Suddenly Saki throws the basket on the floor. Eek! Saki crushes it, the sound of wood snapping is heard. The basket is now broken apart, plastic tableware scatters everywhere. But she had to re-crush the basket? Okuhiko's eyes are so wide that it looks like they can pop out of their sockets. I guess she had a spare or something. His mouth drops widely to the point that he could dislocate his chin as he watches the scene unfold. Her intensity that seems too strong for acting has left even us dumbfounded. The basket starts to become cruelly tattered. Interestingly enough, the event that follows more or less happened in the exact same way as last time. The enraged Saki reveals that Haruka's a clone, and then caught up by the awkward atmosphere, left us behind and returned to his summer house. Of course, that was all acting. Okuhiko, knowing none of this, is caught by feelings of remorse, like last time. Izumi-san arrives at the lodge with the ingredients to make dinner, and things after that are pretty much the same until we get around the test of courage idea. Hey, I just got a good idea. Izumi-san speaks up after we finish eating. What is it? Okuhiko is keenly interested, probably because he wants a distraction from his depression from what happened to Saki. There's an old graveyard close by. Huh? Why don't we have a test of courage there? This time, the one who suggests the test of courage isn't Kurumi, but rather Izumi. And of all the members here, only Izumi is familiar with the local geography. It might be pushing Okuhiko's suspension of disbelief a bit, but he might also think that we've arranged this to cheer him up. Indeed, Okuhiko doesn't look suspicious at all, and he agrees. In fact, a daring smirk has risen to his face. Just what is he planning? The second test of courage. Everyone goes outside and enters the forest one by one in succession. Just as I'm about to enter the thicket, hey Makoto. I turn around when someone behind me suddenly calls me. It's Yuka. Yuka, what is it? Right, so we're really going to do this test of courage? Yeah. And if this is like last time, then we'll be put into pairs, right? Yeah, obviously. But you know what? I'm thinking of it. What's wrong, Makoto? This is my chance. Sorry, Yuka, but I can't form a pair with you. Why not? Before Yuka could start objecting, I immediately head into the forest. Thanks to Yuka, I got a good idea. I quicken my pace, and before long I've caught up with Izumi-san. What's wrong, Makoto-kun? Izumi-san are really going to do this test of courage? Yes. And are we going to do pairs like in the last one? Well, that's only natural. Isn't it? I think that when we get there, it's likely that we'll divide the pairs via rock, paper, scissors? Yes. Therefore, I want to discuss something with you. Izumi-san, will you use scissors during rock, paper, scissors? Wait, are you saying... Yes, that's it. Well, if you don't want to, that's fine. No, that's not it. Anyway, I'll be going with scissors. I understand. I'll do as you say, Makoto. Izumi-san, thank you. I leave with these words and catch up with the others. The chance I've been waiting for has finally arrived. If Izumi-san and I become a pair, then we'll be out of Okuhiko's eyesight, and I'll be able to tell Izumi-san whatever I want. Of course, I intend to confess to her, or to confesses to her, because we can't conjugate in English. I can't hold back the loud pounding of my heart. Suddenly, when I look up ahead, I see Okuhiko whispering something to Haruka. When Okuhiko notices my glance, he quickly moves away from her. What are you planning, Okuhiko? I'm a little concerned about it, but all I can think about right now is Izumi. Okuhiko and Haruka are of no concern to me right now. We arrive at the graveyard. As always, this place has a spooky atmosphere. Izumi-san insists that this place is completely safe, but we can't believe those words. Yuka especially doesn't. She'll probably never grow accustomed to here, no matter how many times she visits. We then begin to divide the pairs through rock, paper, scissors. Ready, set, rock, paper, scissors. Okuhiko eagerly leads us off, and we all make fists with our dominant hands. Go. Like I said earlier, I have scissors. Izumi-san also has scissors. It's decided. With that, I turn my hands so that my fingers turn into a peace sign. But I'm shocked when I see everyone else's hands. Yuka, Okuhiko, and Haruka all have scissors. Huh? What's the meaning of this? One more time. Ready, set, rock, paper, scissors. Go. Again, everyone has scissors. Everyone. A few more rounds after that, everyone continues to go with scissors. No other choice. Scissors is banned from now on. What? I guess it can't be helped. In other words, I won't know what Izumi-san's next hand will be. Rock, paper, go. Okuhiko's voice cruelly echoes in the graveyard. In the end, the pairs are decided as so. Me and Yuka. Haruka and Izumi. Okuhiko all alone. Okuhiko dejectedly sits down on a nearby tombstone. Reluctantly, I go with Yuka to find the well. We already know where it is. I want to just hurry up and get this over with. I thought I was going to have to go alone for a little while. Good for you. In the first place, if you had rejected me, then suddenly the bushes shake. Ah! Yuka's so surprised by the sound that she latches onto me. Hey, Yuka. No, sorry. Yuka lets go of me. Now let's get going. Once again, we begin walking towards the old well. Suddenly, the bushes shake violently. We immediately stand on guard. Just then out of the bushes comes a cute puppy. Even though it's just a cute puppy, Yuka screams as if she's being murdered. And then it jumps towards me. Whoosh. With all its strength, it wrings my neck. My trachea is crushed and I can't breathe. I do my best to fight it off. I'll punish you so badly that you'll never come back again. You're wrong, Yuka. That's not a severed head, it's my head. As I gradually begin to pass out, I desperately try to speak. My voice won't come out. Wait, so Yuka chokes you again? Suddenly, my consciousness sinks into darkness. When I come to, I'm lying on top of one of the tables in Luna Beach for some reason. Did I start sleepwalking when I wasn't paying attention? No, I was probably just distracted with something else. Another strange thing happened too. Yuka's completely back to normal. She's acting as if what happened earlier never occurred. Once the others see that I'm awake, we begin the next strategy meeting. We decide to let time flow normally by letting tomorrow be April 4th. Agreed, we can continue tricking Okuhiko until tomorrow night, but I think we should end it there. As expected, she's probably feeling guilty about continuing to deceive Okuhiko. The others and I feel the same way. Everyone accepts Izumi-san's proposal. When she sees that, Izumi-san smiles. There are 2 points of concern for tomorrow. Once again, Izumi-san's face turns serious. The first point is that there will be no earthquake tomorrow during the daytime. But we can't do anything about that. Well, we'd be really lucky if one happened by chance tomorrow. The second thing is about Kurumi's disappearance. Without Kurumi present, all we can do is to decide not to have it take place. You're right. Yuka and Saki also have resigned expressions. But, wait a minute. Haruka steps in. I'll go missing. You will, Haruka-chan. Haruka, you... If that happens, then I think Okuhiko will desperately go searching for me. No one objects. In the end, it's decided that Haruka will disappear in Kurumi's place. Before long, the meeting ends and everyone quickly stands up. Quietly, that is. Everyone looks reluctant to part. When I see that, I understand. Why has it been that up until now, everyone's been serious about deceiving Okuhiko? None of us want to part. I want this fun story to continue forever. That's what we're all wishing. No, I do not want this Let's Play to continue forever. I feel the same as the others. Originally, the camp was already supposed to be over, and we were supposed to have returned to our normal lives by now. But we all wanted to find a way to forcefully extend it so that we could continue remaining here, deceiving Okuhiko. The only reason we're doing that is to stay here, and tomorrow that all ends. Izumi-san. I yearn for Izumi again. This will be in tomorrow, but then I think about how I'll have to leave the day after that. I can't help but feel rushed. Maybe you could just go to class. There's no more time. You go to office hours. I still haven't told Izumi-san how I feel. Izumi-san, is it okay if I stay over here tonight? What? What are you saying, Makoto? I'm so sleepy, I don't want to go back to the lodge. But Izumi-san is glancing at the second floor for some reason. Is she worried about whether or not I'll have a place to sleep? Or could it be... It's alright, Izumi-san. It's not like I said I wanted to sleep here because I was planning on doing that. All I want to do is tell her how I feel. That's why I want to go to that place together with her. I approach the nervous Izumi-san. However, just before I can reach her, Yuka stops me. Ow! Yuka pulls on my ear with all her might. But... As the leader, I will not allow you to do more selfish, independent actions of this kind. Yuka then leaves Luna Beach, dragging me by the ear behind her. Izumi-san sees me off with an anxious look. It's alright, there's still tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll definitely settle this. Wait until then, Izumi-san. Well, we don't kiss Kurumi, but we can still kiss Saki, so... Feelings I want to convey. I head to Luna Beach after waking up. When I think about the last 4th, I realize that I probably should be going to see the crab sumo with Kurumi like last time, but something like that no longer matters to me. Fortunately, Okuhiko left early this morning to go fishing with Haruka. I don't have to worry about him getting in my way. Strangely, the thought of Okuhiko accompanying Haruka doesn't make me angry. Okuhiko is serious about Haruka. Despite being rejected and ridiculed many times, he never gives up. Granted, he's too oblivious to tell that he's being rejected, and he doesn't know when to quit, so I guess you could call him an idiot. Still, I understand what it means to be serious about someone. After all, I'm even more serious about Izumi. I don't care how I look anymore. After all, I'm just as bad at not knowing when to give up. Including today, my time limit is in 2 days. No more, no less. I run as fast as I can, aiming for Luna Beach. Oh, welcome. Though I came in here out of breath, Izumi-san still gives me a smile. I'm relieved. After all, if she wasn't there, I'm glad that you're here. It's from a book I read. There was this guy, who when the time came to confess his feelings, didn't need many words. All I needed were 8 words. These words were, I'm right here. I'm glad that you're here. What's wrong? You're up early. Izumi-san turns aside my cryptic words with a smile. The problem isn't whether or not I can get my words through to her. The main problem is that I need to work up my courage to say it. No, I didn't know if today would be so. Today also would be busy. I remember how busy the shop was on April 5th. Thank you for worrying, but I'm alright. See, business is in a slump as always. Besides, you've probably forgotten in all of this excitement, but today's actually Tuesday. Ah, that's right. Because we've been so busy deceiving Okuhiko, I've completely forgotten that today is Tuesday, April 9th. In other words, Luna Beach is closed for today. Okuhiko might come, so I've kept the shop open temporarily. Well, it seems like there's nothing to worry about for now, right? Yeah, Okuhiko will probably be fishing with Haruka until noon. Oh really? Then perhaps he'll come here at noon. Probably. Then I can't close the shop, and just when I was thinking of taking a walk somewhere. Huh? I don't overlook those words. A walk. If she were to close the shop now, then I could walk with Izumi-san. I poured some black tea, would you like some? Actually, or would you prefer coffee? That's not... I'm very sorry, but I'm out of Japanese tea. Just kidding, so what do you want? Izumi-san gives me a mischievous smile. Seems she knew from the beginning. I just can't beat her, can I? Can we take a little walk? Oh, but it's alright. We'll get back before Okuhiko and Haruka get here. Let's go. Sure. First we head to the harbor. Did Okuhiko and Haruka really go fishing or not? We came here to confirm that. We arrive at the pier. We see Haruka sitting alone with her fishing rod in the water. Huh. Haruka-chan seems to be all alone. We walk over to Haruka's side. Haruka turns around when she notices us. At that moment, something tugs against her fishing rod. Haruka expressionlessly pulls back on the rod and reels it in. She then masterfully pulls in a horse mackerel. For a little while, Haruka holds the flopping horse mackerel in her hands, looks at it, and silently releases it back into the ocean. Haruka, where's Okuhiko? I heard you were together. Haruka shakes her head. But Yuka said you left together. If you're looking for Okuhiko, he went out on a walk somewhere. A walk? Because Okuhiko caught absolutely nothing. That's probably not the only reason. I bet that he got tired of trying to strike up a conversation with Haruka, who showed no signs of responding, so he left for a change of mood. Okuhiko's surprisingly impatient. Now that I think about it, he's from a prestigious family, isn't he? I'd forgotten that Okuhiko was the son of the Ida Financial Group. His speech and conduct over the past few days haven't reflected any of that at all. Is this really what the sons of the newly wealthy are like? Well then, Haruka will be going now. We'll return to the shop at noon. Haruka silently nods. We leave just as Haruka gets another bite on her fishing rod. When we reach the shopping district, Izumi-san suddenly hesitates. Mind if I stop here a bit? Why? Well, the truth is I'm out of ingredients for the barbecue. Oh, the barbecue. Now that I think about it, today is the day of the barbecue. Izumi-san and I go around the shopping district and buy meat and vegetables. Is this everything? Yes, I don't think I've forgotten anything. We take the bulging shopping bags in our hands and start walking towards Luna Beach. Just then, at that time, an earthquake. Trombone. As soon as I notice the small tremors, I know what's coming. The background shakes. The shockwaves feel like they're pushing me up. We drop our bags and cling to each other as we topple onto the shaking ground. Before long, the tremors fade. Izumi-san and I are still holding onto each other, laying on the ground. Koto-kun? Izumi-san is shaken up. However, for some reason, I'm very calm. There's no way I'll miss this opportunity. Honestly, it's not a time, a place, and other plans to do this, but I don't care anymore. Now's my chance. I decide to confess to her. Izumi-san, Koto-kun, don't. What? Izumi-san is pointing at the edge of the shopping district. Look at that direction she's pointing. I see Okuhiko. We quickly get off of each other, gather up our fallen bags, and stand up like nothing happened. Ishihara and Izumi-san, what's up? What are you doing here? It doesn't concern you. Right now, I'm really mad at Okuhiko for getting in my way. I'm asking you. I wasn't asking you, Ishihara. There. We were here to shop for the barbecue. We were on our way back when that earthquake hit. That was really powerful. I wonder how many times I've experienced it. Oh no, I was just talking to myself. Now that I think about it, earlier... Did she see us? Did he see Azumi-san and I holding each other? I stepped in some dog crap. Here, take a look. I don't need to see it. Ishihara, that's... Huh? Ishihara, that's literally that. Could I have accidentally gotten a hickey? Okay. There's shoes in your shopping bag. Aren't they yours? Quickly take out the shoes and put them back on. They fell out during the quake, and I was so frantic in gathering the bags afterward that I must have put them in by mistake. Now that I think about it... What now? This event never happened last time. Wait, huh? Before Okuhiko had noticed anything strange, we quickly get out of the shopping district and leave him behind. The earthquake won't happen, will it? We finally arrive at Luna Beach and place the bags down. When I was walking, I decided to wait a little bit before trying to say what I wanted to say to Izumi-san again. Izumi-san, I want to tell you something. Huh? I'll say it this time, no matter what, I'll definitely say it. I was interrupted earlier, but... Yes? Huh? Don't hide. I look for Izumi-san where Izumi-san is glancing. And I see Okuhiko. He slowly staggers his way while holding his stomach. Oh, why now? It's still too early for lunch, isn't it? I quickly hide behind the side of the shop as I conceal my irritation. Okuhiko pulls on the shop's doorknob, but it's locked and it won't open. Huh? Are they still out? Open up, anyone here? We wait for an opening and sneak away. In front of the Chukiya Hotel, I open my mouth again. Sure. Again? I see Okuhiko staggering towards the hotel from far away, still holding his stomach. Izumi-san and I head into the lobby. There we hide behind one of the sofas. Shortly afterwards, Okuhiko enters the hotel. Excuse me, I'd like to ask you for a little favor. Okuhiko talks to the front desk clerk with a voice that sounds like he's about to die. After talking for several minutes, two muscular men drag him outside. Even so, Okuhiko shows no sign of leaving the front of the hotel. We decide to secretly escape through the back exit. At Viewpoint Park. Come this far, and I don't think Okuhiko will come here. We know what's gonna happen. Izumi-san just gives me a powerful nod in response. Izumi-san! Izumi-san is looking at... I don't even need to check who it is by now. No. No more! I look at the staggering Okuhiko and try to break out to a run. I need this guy to disappear so I can... Unable to take much more of this, I clench my hands into fists. Kodoka, no, hide. Izumi-san shakes her head and grabs me. She starts to drag me behind a nearby tree. I can't see Okuhiko, but I can hear his voice. Who do they think I am? I'm the son of the Ida Financial Group. Even so, they treat me like... I'll have Papa make sure they get eliminated from the business world, absolutely. Oh, but anyway, where's the bathroom? If this was how it was going to be, then I should have never eaten those rice balls. Did he eat Kurumi's rice balls? So he's like searching for the bathroom. Huh? I can't hear Okuhiko's voice. Is he gone? When I try to peek my face out from behind the tree. Why are they in the middle of cleaning it now? At this rate, I'll just go behind that tree. You're the son of a financial group, so don't take care of your business outside. Okuhiko walks this way. We desperately run away. Why does Okuhiko have to keep getting in my way? Because you're searching for the bathroom. In the end, Izumi-san and I just keep running from place to place until just before the barbecue. The barbecue part 2! Okay. Time to... save the game. And quit. And that's it for now.